I tried to get a reservation at the Jenny Lake Campground, Grand Teton National Park. Each day when they released the sites for reservation, these reservation bots had them booked in a millisecond. I tried to get the site and did it exactly when it was released within 1 second, and every site that was open was taken. This is not right. Something needs to be done to stop this and make it fair. I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles. And hey, last month I did a video roundup of comments that some of you all put out there. And on this video, I'm going to attempt to do the same sort of a monthly series that I'm rolling out where I respond to some comments. Nothing too crazy this time, nothing too political, anything like that. So calm down. It's okay. But let's talk about this issue. One of the things that is a big problem when you go to book a campground in a national park is that when you go to make that reservation and you're being that kind person that is doing the right thing and reserving the days that you need, other people have been there before you. So when you go to recreation.gov, which is the website that the National Park Service uses to book all of the campgrounds available and all the other federal agencies as well, unless those campgrounds are run by concessionaires. When you go to recreation.gov and you book a site, usually you have a window of time that you're allowed to book that site for. Usually it's going to be up to 14 days. So say you're able to book 90 days out. Well, you're able to book that day, that 90th day, and 2 weeks after that. So when you go to book a campsite, it's very likely that somebody already booked that campsite maybe a week and a half ago because it fit within their 14-day window. And lots of people will go count back 14 days from the final day of their reservation and just book the whole 14-day window and then go back later. There's like a period of time you have to wait and cancel the days that they don't actually need. So what happens when you go to book one of the most popular campgrounds in the national park system, the Jenny Lake Campground, they're essentially all booked. And that is very, 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 very common. Unfortunately, I would love to say that it's bots. It used to be bots. They've gotten really good at weeding the bots out, and it's really not bots anymore. Now, there are bots that you can use to your favor. So if you go to recreation.gov, they actually have the ability there for you to get notified when a site opens up. So you can put in your window and have them notify you when somebody cancels a site, because that happens. Problem is they're going to notify lots of other people as well. As a matter of fact, I just got a notification the other day of a campsite that opened up at Arches National Park, and it said 433 other people will be getting this notice. There are lots of people that are vying for the sites at national parks, especially on the day those sites release, especially if they have like a release all the sites on, March 15th. That day is going to be a really busy day on the website. And it's just thousands of people looking to book, a handful of campsites that are available. And that's a problem. There are other bots out there that can help you as well. Camp Scanner is a great one from Harvest Host. If you're a Harvest Host member, you can have access to Camp Scanner and use that to find campsites not only at national parks, but state parks and all sorts of other different systems as well. So use those to your advantage and go back and just check to see if people have canceled, because it does happen. And unfortunately, if you really want to get that site, you got to play that game and book a whole 2 weeks of the campsite. I hope that makes sense. You have to book a 2 weeks back from the last day of your reservation, and you'll have a better chance of getting it. Doesn't mean you will get it, but you have a better chance. Okay, do we like this? I hope so. Cool. More in a moment, but first, this video is sponsored by our friends over at Timbren. Is your truck riding rough and uncomfortable when you're towing your RV? Upgrade your truck's suspension with ease with Timbren SES. Timbren's innovative suspension system provides a smoother, more comfortable ride even on the toughest roads. Timbren SES is easy to install and requires no maintenance. It's the perfect solution for RV owners who demand the best out of their tow vehicle. Control body roll and sway, all while reducing sag and squat. Experience the difference with Timbren SES. Head over to Timbren.com, that's TIMBREN.com, and pick up a kit today. Your RV adventure awaits. Okay, wondering if you can answer a question from a previous video. You talked about a couple of Ford dealers across the country that maybe do a better job at selling their OEM extended warranties cheaper. Can you list those here, please? Yeah, so when you buy an extended warranty on a vehicle at the dealership, there's going to be a markup on that. You don't necessarily have to buy that extended warranty at that dealership. And in fact, you might not even need to go to a dealership at all. If you want the Ford Protect Extended Service Plan, one of the places you can go to is a dealership called Flood Ford. They actually have a website just for this, for the extended service plan, floodfordesp.com. And lots of people have said that you can get the best deal on the extended service plan from Ford through Flood Ford. So it's the actual Ford plan, but perhaps you're getting a better deal than at your local dealership. But you don't even need to go to a dealer anymore. Now, Ford offers you to buy the extended warranty directly from them without a dealer markup. Now, maybe they mark it up some on their own, and you might be able to get a better deal from Flood or even from your local dealer. I don't know. But the point is, you can shop around these things, and you can do this with other brands as well. Shop around on your extended warranty. If you're getting an RV extended warranty, you do not need to buy that from your RV dealership. We've worked in the past with wholesale warranties, and they offer lots of different warranty options as well. You don't need to work with a specific dealership to get an extended warranty. You can buy them separately and you can finance them and all that sort of stuff if that's what you want to do. This is one from our Truck News Roundup video for February. How much did Chevy pay you to plug their products? Put it in a sponsor segment so we can fast forward through it. I thought it was really interesting that the Silverado is celebrating 50 years. I'm not a Chevy guy at all. Of course, Chevy didn't pay me any money, and many of you know that I'm a Ford guy, sort of. I don't really have brand affiliations, but I've owned 3 Ford trucks now and a Ram. But I'm not one of these people. I don't know. You tell me if you are, that is just obsessed with a certain vehicle brand. I just kind of feel like they're all meant to work for me, and they all have different strengths and weaknesses. And you choose the one that's best for you and fits your budget best, and that's what it is. That's where I'm at. And I've been happy with this Ford, even though I've had a problem with my previous Ford. They have issues for sure. They all have issues. But no, Chevy is not paying me money to talk about 50 years of Silverado. Thank you very much. Speaking of trucks, this was a story we did on taillights being stolen from Ford trucks. And many of the comments on this video talked about the cost of taillights. There is no way a set of taillights costs $4,500. That has to be a misread, right? Well, if I go on to FordParts.com, Ford's official parts store, and look for a tail lamp assembly for a 2024 F350, which is my truck, one tail light lamp assembly is $1,980 pre-tax. Add a couple of them together, tax and installation. Installation's pretty easy. You could do it yourself. But yeah, $4,500 is about spot on for what it costs to replace some taillights after somebody stole them. So there are lots of people stealing these because they cost so much. They cost so much because they have these blind spot sensors and all sorts of electronics inside them these days, and they can sell them apparently on Facebook Marketplace or whatever for a premium after they steal them. So I did see a story recently though on a way to try to solve the problem, a cheap quick fix. You could take out the screws that the tail lamps are screwed in with and replace them with some security screws so that there's a better chance that a thief doesn't have the tool with them to do it with, because it's real quick for them to come by and steal the tail lamps from your Super Duty, unfortunately. And they'll probably do a little bit of damage to your tailgate along the way, which is going to cost some money too. That's it for this one. If you have a comment you want me to answer, please leave it down below and I'll try to get to it next month. Or you can go listen to us on the RV Miles podcast, where we answer all kinds of questions, or just ask us in the Facebook group, or email me at editor@rvmiles.com. Thanks so much for being here, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.